Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk. I'm Heidi Smith, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the United Kingdom. And today we're back to kind of a little bit Ferrero Friday projects. This is a very quick and easy little treat box using our fabulous new 2 3/8 inch circle punch and a few other bits and pieces as well. So you'll see here a little ribbon band. This is a bit of retired seam binding ribbon in soft sea foam, but we have got some beautiful ribbon in the new annual catalogue, which I haven't got yet but would work really well. So there's a balmy blue and white variegated ribbon, as well as some herringbone ribbon, and this lovely sheer ribbon. This is on page 143 in the catalogue. So lots of choices actually in ribbon. I don't use anywhere near enough, so hence I thought, you know what, today I'm going to try and use a bit more ribbon. Anyway, that just slides off. And what have I used? So this tag here, I've used the very best trio punch, the little slot bit, to punch an aperture in each end of one of the nested labels dies. So if you haven't spotted these, you've got these lovely stitched effect dies, and on this one, on the pennants, you've got double stitching, you've got kind of dots on the essentials, and then on these we had a tailored tag punch, so I'm going to sort of say it's that kind of elongated shape, but you've almost got like sort of over stitching type effect. So that actually gives like a small little line. I don't know if you can see that there. Probably not, perhaps not, but well worth having a look at because they are beautiful. Anyway, so that's what I've used there. And then just 4 circles to open up to create a little box. You could probably get a third Raffaello. I might have eaten the third one. I thought I'd got more left and I hadn't. But anyway, so a little box, and it just closes with circles like so. And I've just made it a little reinforced box with a stamping from the Cheerful Daisies. So here's Cheerful Daisies, and I've used this little stamp here just to do some simple stamping, and the sentiment is lovely. Your friendship means everything, so that works really well. And I've used sort of garden green and soft sea foam to put those together. Yeah, and the Cheerful Daisies, a great set. I felt that die was just a little bit big for what I wanted. It kind of reached right to the edge, and I wanted space to have a bow on the side. But you could use the die that's in that if you wanted to, in just the same way. Anything else to tell you? I don't think so. Dies coordinate. I've done several projects with Cheerful Daisies as well. And the DSP I've used is Cheerful Daisies. So 12 by 12. So one of the sheets you get is this cut apart sheet, which is backed with Moody Mauve, which I love. And then the other sheets have got these bold daisy patterns on the front, and then sort of, brush effect on the reverse. So that was the paper I used for the one, and the reverse of this one here. And then these are the colours that are in the Fresh as a Daisy suite. So you'll see kind of lovely earth tones, garden green. We've got Moody Mauve, which works really well with our new bubble bath. As I said, garden green. We've got early espresso and pebbled path, which work really well together. And then you've got these kind of burnt orange tones. So this is copper clay, and then our Cajun craze that we've had for a while. And then so the yellow is crushed curry and wild wheat. So lots of colours in there. But lots of options to use those. So let's get started with the box then. So I thought I'd use up some of my DSP scraps. So I've got some scraps of this lovely blue here, and I just thought I'd actually use the kind of plainer blue here, and then the daisies on these ends as well, to get them the same. You're going to want a piece of card, really easy, 7 by 7 inches or 17.8 by 17.8 centimetres. And the scoring is nice and easy as well. So you are going to score at 6 inches 4 times, or 2.5. Like so. Then you're going to score at 2 1/4. can't actually, I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. So that is all the scoring you need to do. So if you can score a straight line, you can make this box really easy to do. We're box making, so let's get our reinforcing done. So as you fold these up, just make sure those align with the sides. Like so. So just burnishing them just helps to make our box nice and square. So once you've done that, you've got this grid shape, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut away the outer 3 squares. So I'm just coming very slightly to the inside of that score line and cutting away the 3 outer squares on each corner. Gone silent. So by cutting away just to the inside, it takes away the bulk, which means it'll tuck down inside, but it'll also give a nice flush finish as well. You can come off at more of an angle, but I just think, you know, it just keeps it nice and neat on the inside. So once you've cut away the corners, you've got this shape. And now we're going to do what I call sort of our windmill effect. So I'm cutting straight down on the right hand tab and then notching it. Turn it and repeat. So I'm always cutting the bottom right corner. Turn again, straight down. And the reason I do it like this is because that way you've got kind of an even tabs, so your box stays really nice and square. If you kind of do 2 tabs on one and 2 on the other, it can distort it very slightly. It doesn't matter so much on these reinforced boxes, but it just keeps the kind of bulk in the same place. So now we've got that done, we want to do our stamping. Not what I did, which is, remember, you wanted to stamp after you've actually built the box. Not impossible, but not perfect. So I'm just taking this stamp and I'm just going to stamp in boho blue twice on each side. Just in the corner there. Obviously you could stamp if you wanted to before you did your cutting. So I think I've done those not quite the same way around, but there we go, not to worry. And then while we've got our stamp pad out, she says if I put it away, I'll do my sentiment. So all I'm going to do is I've already die cut one of these little shapes. This is the smallest one. I'm just going to come in and stamp that. There we go. Okay. So now we've got that, we can start constructing our box. No, let's do our punching. So this is the trickiest bit. All I'm doing is I'm lining this up, and what I just have found was just to get it reasonably central, I kind of got it pointing towards me, and there's a line down the middle which hopefully I'm going to get in the middle of my tab. Hey, not too bad. Good enough. And then what I've got is, I have to say, this is retired ribbon, but you know, it's I've probably got about 18 inches of ribbon, I'm guessing. Just cut that at an angle as well. And then to stop my ribbon unspooling, I just usually stick a pin through it, which I've now misplaced. There we go. So I just pop it through like so. Okay. So let's create our box. So I'm just going to come in with some Seal Plus, or actually Seal this one is, but it will work just as well. And I'm coming in on the tab and on the outside. So fold the tab in. I'm putting a bit next to the edge and another bit further in, and then I'm coming in on the tab, and you can put a second stripe in there as well. And this is just for speed while I'm making this. I would probably, for box making, I will often use Tombow if I've got the time, because it gives you a bit of wiggle room. Not that you need it too much for this one. So once you've come all the way around, done your 4 tabs and your 4 bars, you're just creating a box by folding up. Square, just make a nice square edge, so straight edge up to that crease. All the way around, like so. And then you just fold in those tabs. And fold that in, and as you go around, if you give it a good burnish, that will make sure that it stays nice and close. So there we go. So there's our little tray in effect, you can see here. And now to add our other bits. So I'm going to cut daisy out of this one. So I'm going to want 4 circles. So I want 2 with kind of the daisies on them. And then I want 2 of the plainer ones. So she says, hoping that I've got just enough to do 3, I think. Oh yes, just about. There we go. So that gives you an idea. You kind of need a 6x4 piece and then another couple of pieces. So the ones that are plainer, I'm just going to fold in half and just use my bone folder just to reinforce that crease. And over the years, you know, Stampin' Up! Has done circle punches, but they don't keep them in stock all the time. So if you like this fold flat version, which we have, that locks in place, when we've got them, I would grab them. I've got a kind of a full set of them now, of all the different sizes that we've done over the years, because I just find them so useful for so many projects. Really easy to do a pop a sentiment or add layers if you've got them. So don't delay, get them while they're available. So now we've got 4 circles that I've glued in half. And what I'm going to do is add some adhesive onto the back of all 4 of them. Decide which daisy bit you want upright. Doesn't matter obviously on these ones. You can see I'm just, I mean if I was sensible I'd use the opposite end. I don't really realise actually, some people don't, that this end actually you can dispense from this, and it's great for spreading. You see there? So you've already kind of spread it out, you don't get so much sort of oozing out over the edges. I just tend to use the one edge, but I forget to show people that when you're doing a flat area. So just a hint or tip. And then what you're going to do is glue these on the inside of the box. So with that folded edge, I'm just going to bring that up just to the top edge. So you literally, if anything, you're a little bit proud of it. And I'm going to glue my 2 plain ones opposite each other. So like so. And you just see it's just kind of peeking at the top there. Try not to glue your circles to yourself. Do the same on this one. And then finally on the opposite side. And they're just a nice snug fit. And again, once they're attached, then just flick those out, assuming you haven't got glue on them, and just give that a good burnish down. So that's ready for your treat. Obviously, as I said, I haven't got any extra ones to put in there. And then all you do is you just overlap. This is like popping a box together, the lids of a box. So just overlap them like so. Then thread the ribbon behind on the one side and out to the front. And then just wrap that around. And what I tend to do here is do a bit of a surgeon's knot. So this is where you go once and you go round a second time, because that means as you pull that closed, it holds, which makes it just a bit easier for you to get your bow done. And then just tie a bow on the top there, and there we have our pretty little Cheerful Daisies box. Manipulate your ribbon round, you can put it on its side, trim to make it even, and there we have our pair of pretty little circle closure treat boxes. Garden green and white, or are you more of a boho blue? I like boho blue and white, it's one of my favourites, but let me know. And if you'd like to see more projects, just hit the subscribe button, that's that little bell. And if you want the dimensions, if you click the little down arrow here next to the description, I put the dimensions in centimetres and inches on there, but it's really easy. And if you'd like to purchase from me as a demonstrator, I'd much appreciate it. Just select Heidi Smith as your demonstrator when you check out, or use the current host code and you'll automatically be allocated. And please let me send you a gift and a thank you card by allowing demonstrator contact. I don't hassle you. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like what you see, and let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.